Hello everyone, I am Meeta Mathur, an exporter by profession and a soft skill trainer, life coach, and a brand strategist. Today I want to talk to you about brands, about brand personalities, and how to create a memorable brand narrative that quickly becomes viral on all media channels. So, what is a brand? A brand is the way a company, organization, an individual is perceived by those who experience it. More than simply a name, term, design, or symbol, or a logo, a brand is the recognizable feeling. A brand, therefore, lives in the mind. They live in the mind of everyone who experiences them, be it your employees, your investors, the media, and most importantly, your clients, your customers. Simply put, a brand is just a perception. Your brand is your company's most valuable asset. Despite their intangible nature, brands are business tools. They are commercial tools. They drive your company. Think of any good brand. Think of Apple, Coca-Cola, FedEx, or think of KFC, Tata, Birla. These are all huge brands. So why are they so memorable and they get stuck in your mind? So let's take Apple for example. Is it the computers or phones that they made? Those are just what they manufacture. Or is it their slick advertisement? That's just marketing and advertising. So what is the brand value that they have created? It turns out that the Apple brand is neither the awesome things that they create or the advertisements that they create. It is the feeling that they generate in their customers. Today, because of this brand value, they command an enviable position in the market. This carefully crafted brand is the ultimate competitive advantage. Nothing else comes close. A strong brand increases the chances of your customers to choose your product or service over your competitors. So today, I have brought to you 5 tips for you to create a strong, memorable communication that talks about your brand. The first tip is identify what makes you different. How are you different from every other person in the very crowded marketplace? In our jargon, we call it the USP, the unique selling proposition. Study your competition carefully. Study what they have created so far. What is the brand platform they are selling their products? More importantly, see what they are not doing. In this way, you will be able to create a niche, a brand positioning that nobody else is using. That will make you different from your nearest competitor. My second tip is be consistent with branding. Chances to engage with your potential client are precious. If your brand strategy is different on all platforms, your client will leave you very confused. So I suggest that you craft a consistent message that requires keeping your all channels harmonized. It means your website, your Insta, your Facebook, Twitter, email, your visiting card, your letterheads, your brand signage in your office, any advertisement on outdoor media or in trains or whatever channel that you have used, it has to be consistent. For example, if you have built your brand around a trait, let's say fun, lightheartedness, so all your communication has to carry the same message. So, for example, you will use colors which are cheerful, which are fun loving, which are, say, maybe even adventurous, but it will have to be around fun. Okay? And third, and a very important tip is that your brand communication has to touch an emotional chord in your viewer, in your audience. People are not interested in what you are, but how you make them feel. Let me say that again. People are not interested in who you are, but how you make them feel. Are you talking of yourself? Are you talking of your product information? Or are you talking about the technology, the imported technology that went into building your unique product? Sadly, people are just not interested. They don't care how much you know. They will know how much you care. So, look at all the advertisements you have loved over the years. It addresses only feelings, emotions, and not technologies. You take this route and you will see a sharp J curve in your sales. It has a reason, it has a scientific reason. As soon as you hit the right emotional chord, it captures a part of your subconscious. It releases all the right hormones of happiness, of pleasure. And people like to shop when they are happy, not in a negative environment. They like to be happy when they shop. Right? So, are you ready now for my fourth tip? The first 5 or 10 seconds are crucial. It is said that the first impressions are very important. Look, your audience has a superpower. They are the ones who are carrying the remote. They are the ones who have the media in their palm. So, if you do not capture their attention in the first 5 to 10 seconds, they will immediately change the channel or flip to something else. Now, your strong attention grabbing potential could be anything. It could be a joke or something which is unexpected, a twist in the story, or even a delightful surprise. For example, you all must remember the recent Seagram ad, Men Will Be Men. It is making waves internationally. This wonderful ad is just the right example. Or maybe you could take the route of a testimonial. What better way than a doctor or a celebrity endorse your product? That way, they will be saying how super you are and you don't have to say it yourself. Fifth and finally, you must close all your communication with a call to action. You have crafted a brilliant message. You have crafted a message which has attention grabbing potential, which highlights your USP, and it says all the right things. But what do you want the customer to do? You want them to go and purchase your product. So you leave them with a call for action. Subtle but sure. For example, you would have seen ये दिल मांगे मोर or यही है right choice baby. So these are subtle communication to the customer that yes, go and pick up the product. पहले इस्तेमाल करो फिर विश्वास करो. So I take your leave with a small message. Be consistent, persistent, and insistent in all your communication. I thank you again for coming this far with me. Thank you so much.